Cole, first of all, congratulations. Where to start? What an afternoon. How are you feeling?
Yeah, delighted with the 3 points especially and the 4 goals. Not bad. It's not a bad afternoon.
An incredible first half. I mean, you are the first player to score 4 in a Premier League game. I mean, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's a good stat. One of them. I didn't even know that was true, to be fair, but yeah, I'm happy about it.
It was an incredible game. It was end to end. It felt like that first half could have been anything. What was it like to play it?
Yeah, it was a good game. Brighton are a good team. They set up well, they passed the ball about well, so we needed to be on it. The manager gave us a good game plan and I think it worked.
Obviously they scored early. How pleased were you with the response? Because it was immediate, wasn't it?
Yeah, we started slow, but we knew we'd get chances. It's just about taking them. On another day we could have scored 8 or 9. Me and myself could have scored a few more. You know, other players had chances, but yeah.
It's a really good point because before, obviously, the first goal, you hit the post, had one disallowed, then got your first goal in about 2.5 minutes. It was just blood and thunder, end to end. It was crazy.
No, yeah, like I said, it was a game, it was an exciting game, loads of chances. But yeah, we need to win more games, and thankfully we got 3 points today.
4 incredible goals, 4 very different goals. Tell us about the free kick though for the hat trick, because that was something special.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a bit too far out, but clearly it wasn't.
And where does that rank among the best you've scored?
Yeah, up there, definitely.
An amazing afternoon, an incredible atmosphere. What does this do for the bond between the players and the fans?
Yeah, you know, the fans were top. They're always good, to be fair, so hopefully we put performances like that and they keep singing.
It was an incredible performance. How much are you enjoying playing under Enzo Maresca?
Yeah, you know, I know Enzo from obviously my time at City. Everyone knows how much of a good manager he is, and I think everyone will see it too.
And the open, expansive, attacking player, and there are so many attacking threats in this team, aren't there?
Yeah, there's loads of players, even the ones that are not starting, like everyone knows what they're doing, so yeah, it's good.
Early days, but do you feel like you're building some momentum here this season?
Yeah, if we keep winning, we keep building, so that's what we're trying to do.
Enzo, first of all, have you caught your breath yet? Because that was an incredible afternoon, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good, very good. I think the game was exactly the way we planned. I said many times, we can do many things better, we can attack better, we can defend better, but overall I think the performance was good. We deserve to win.
Have you ever known, as a coach, a first half like that today?
I was quite intense. We conceded the first one, and then the team continued the same way. We created many chances. Then we conceded the second one. That for me it's more about to read the moment better, because we were 1-0 down. We scored 3-1 up. We don't need to take any risk in that moment, and the action starts with Malo that take risk, and then Robert. In that moment, we don't need to take risk. But the good thing is, as I said, from now on we are going to consider more goals like this. But it's just part of the way we want to play.
As a coach, how difficult is in-game management when it is a game like that? Because it was end-to-end at times, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think second half was much better in terms of control the game. We didn't concede nothing second half. Probably first half we conceded a bit more, also because they surprised us a little bit in the way they were playing. We prepared the pressing in different ways, so we struggled to adjust a little bit. And then I think second half, we completely controlled the game.
A word on Colepalmer. Wasn't a bad first half, but you were saying he could have even scored more, couldn't he?
Yeah, no, he scored 4, he could score more. No, but I said many times, for Cole the most important thing is that he enjoys football. He has not to feel the pressure in his shoulder that he has to score or assist every game. He has just to enjoy football. And Cole, you can see that he loves football.
He certainly does. You've known him a long time. How special a talent do you think he is?
He's top. You can see that. But the best thing he has for me is that he's a very simple guy. In the way he was 3-4 years ago, he's exactly in the same way. Never change, doesn't change. Even if he score goal, don't score goal. He's always the simple guy, very good boy, and this is the most important thing.
He'll obviously get the headlines today, but elsewhere, people like Nicholas Jackson gave everything. Didn't get his goal, but what did he give to the overall team performance today?
Yeah, Nicholas was attacking behind many times. He had many chances, he missed. but no matter. The most important thing is to create chances, and then at the end we are going to score goals.
Finally, we've spoken about the bond with the supporters before here at Stamford Bridge. What does a performance and a result like this do for that bond moving forward?
No, the thing that they have to understand is that we need these kind of games where we also make some mistake, because it's part of our way, our process, and then at the end we win. But I was very happy today to share with them 3 points.
I saw you on the final whistle and you sort of yelled and screamed. It looked like you enjoyed that win more than the others. Was it because it was a home win, or what was the reason?
No, I don't think I enjoy more than the rest. Simply because I think it was probably our most important game of the season for many reasons, and I was happy for the result, for the performance, and as I said, it's always nice to share that kind of moment with our fans.
Why was it important?
Because after 2 wins in a row away, it's always difficult to keep that momentum, because many times you can think that, okay, 2 wins away and you can drop a little bit. So it was important to continue with that moment, and also because the game was exactly in the way we planned the game. So I think it was a good moment.
That's Matt. Where does Cole Palmer's performance today rate an individual performance with what you've seen?
Yeah, for sure when he scored 4 goals, but I just said to Cole, he scored 4, he could score 2-3 more. So it's good that he continued to be hungry, ambitious, and I know Cole from many years ago. I had him already one entire season with under 23 at City, and then with the first team. The best thing he has is that in the way he is today as a boy, he was exactly in that way 3-4 years ago. So goals, assists, best player of the Premier League. This doesn't change the way he is. It's a simple guy, it's a humble guy, and this is for him, for me, is the most important thing.
How special is he though as a player?
It's top player. It's top player. And the important thing about the previous thing is that today in football, young player, they change very quick. They score 1 goal and they think that they are already, And Cole, he scored many goals, many assists. He's top player, but he never changed. And this is the most important thing.
We'll go to Liam.
Palmer's playing a slightly different position in your system this year to the way he was often used last season. Do you think he can be even more influential now in the role that he's got in his team?
We try to use Cole in that position because probably for me is his best position. But he can play as a fake 9. He can play as a 9. He can play as a winger. He can play in the pocket in the way he's playing now. He can play in different positions because he's so good. And I don't know, compared to last year, I said many times I was not here. I don't have an idea. The only thing I can say is that Cole inside the pitch is where he's best.
Andy?
Just to harken back to what you said to Matt there, do you think you'll have to work on keeping him grounded, or do you think he'll never get carried away?
No, I think if already many good things happen in his life as a professional, to give him the chance to change, but he didn't change. So that means that probably in the way he is going to be always in that way. And I have 4 kids. I have 1 boy and 3 girls, and my boy is 11, and I would like to have my boy that many things happen and he is not going to change, because as I said, with young players today, with young people, young boy, they change very easy. And the best thing for me is that he loves football, he's always in the same way, and this is something fantastic for him.
So do you tell your son to be like Cole Palmer?
No. I tell my son to be in the way he is, that I'm happy with that, and Cole is a different one.
But this, sorry, just one last question. That's a sign of someone who's really kind of quietly confident, right? And somebody who is really, really good is usually the person that doesn't have to tell everybody how good they are. That's usually the sign of somebody who is extra special, right? Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a special player. It's a simple guy, humble guy, and as you said, he doesn't need to tell people how good he is, because you can you can see clearly how good this.
Gentleman in the middle.
Yeah, I will say exactly the same thing I already said many times. I think Karn is a very good player, but for the amount of players that we have, probably we decided at the beginning of the season that for him probably was better to leave and to go somewhere to prove himself playing 30-35 games than to be here and play less games. Then unfortunately didn't happen. He's one of our players. He had some minutes the other day, today was not involved. Hopefully we can give him more minutes.
And we'll finish with Jerry.
Enzo, was that first half, was that the most crazy first 45 minutes of the game you've been involved in? So many goals, so many opportunities?
I think off the ball we struggled first half because they surprised us, they changed something. On the ball the game was exactly in the way we planned, first half and second half. Then after time we adjust a little bit the way we were pressing. I think second half we didn't concede nothing in terms of chances. First half we conceded 2 goals and then some moment that for me the reason why is because the way they play on the ball, they surprise us a little bit. But in terms of the way we play on the ball, I think we scored 4. We could score 3-4 more already first half. To post in different action, and then the 2 goals we concede. The first one is a mistake, a normal mistake. The second one probably is not about try to play from behind. For me, it's more about to read the moment. We were 1-0 down, then we were 3-1 up. In that moment, we don't need to take any risk. It's more for them to take risk, not for us. But I said to Robert and I said to the players, from now on we are going to concede 10 more goals, like the way we concede the second goal, because it's the way we want to play. And we already scored goals with Robert involved in the build-up. But it's important that after the mistake, the team completely continue in the same way. That means that they enjoy, they like, and they see that also we win games.
Okay.
Fabian, what do you make of that? It was a very exciting game, but especially in the first half. How have you sort of assessed the whole game?
I think we had a good start in the game. We controlled the game. We had a very good positioning. We scored. We deserved to score, and then we give the game away with easy little mistakes. And after these little mistakes, we also lose a little bit the structure. We were not confident enough in possession. We were not compact enough out of possession. I think it was like a bad event after another, and we can't stop it. And of course, they had one amazing player today who punished every individual mistake we did. So we should learn out of it, and I think we can't win when you do these easy mistakes, especially in the first half, and that's why we have to analyze it, we have to improve, and if it's necessary, we have to adapt some things.
You had a very good start to the season before today, unbeaten, but a lot of the analysis has been around the high line and teams punishing it. It felt again today that the high line was punished. Is that because of more than the high line? Is there other aspects to it, or is it a bit risky that you'll have your team on the halfway line?
So on the one side you always need a connection on the pitch, and I think we did a lot of changes today, and there was not the connection we needed to play like this. The second thing, it's not about the high line, it's about getting pressure on the ball, and in some situations we didn't manage to get the pressure on the ball, and that's why they had an open foot and they can play easily behind our back four. And like I said, of course we have to analyze it, and if it's necessary we have to adapt, and we have to learn quickly out of it.
I'll ask you as well, colepalmer is excellent today. You're used to playing a player who's that informed. Is he maybe the most dangerous player you played against this season?
So far, yes.
What was so impressive about his performance? How do you stop a player like that?
Yeah, he scored 4 goals, so I think I think we had a good start in the game. We controlled the game. We had a very good positioning. We scored. We deserved to score, and then we give the game away with easy little mistakes. And after these little mistakes, we also lose a little bit the structure. We were not confident enough in possession. We were not compact enough out of possession. I think it was like a bad event after another, and we can't stop it. And of course, they had one amazing player today who punished every individual mistake we did. So we should learn out of it, and I think we can't win when you do these easy mistakes, especially in the first half. And that's why we have to analyze it. We have to improve, and if it's necessary, we have to adapt some things.
You had a very good start to the season before today, unbeaten, but a lot of the analysis has been around the high line and teams punishing it. It felt again today that the high line was punished. Is that because of more than the high line? Is there other aspects to it, or is it a bit risky that you have your team on the halfway line?
So on the one side, you always need a connection on the pitch, and I think we did a lot of changes today, and there was not the connection we needed to play like this. The second thing, it's not about the high line, it's about getting pressure on the ball, and in some situations we didn't manage to get the pressure on the ball, and that's why they had an open foot, and they can play easily behind our back four. And like I said, of course we have to analyze it, and if it's necessary, we have to adapt, and we have to learn quickly out of it.
I'll ask you as well, colepalmer is excellent today. You're used to playing a player who's that informed. Is he maybe the most dangerous player you played against this season?
So far, yes.
What was so impressive about his performance? How do you stop a player like that?
Yeah, he scored 4 goals, so I think he punished, like I said, every individual mistake. He punished the first after an easy mistake, then the second with I think the penalty, the third with a free kick. So again, you can't stop in 1-against-1 situations. We have to defend them as a team, and in some moments we lose our structure, we lose our compactness, and then it's difficult to defend players like this.
Ed?
Maybe he looks pretty upset by there was an incident at the start of the second half, a foul against INTEVIEWS for a penalty. Do you think that should have been given?
So I just experienced now in the last 2 games, like we get penalties against us for really easy touches, and also today I don't think if you really have to give this penalty, because it's just an easy. These things happens like several times in the midfield, and we concede again a penalty. And if you give this penalty, of course, I think you have to also give a penalty for us in the second half.
Andy?
Fabian, is this a new experience for you? Because today you conceded 4 goals in 20 minutes. That's as many as you'd conceded in the first 5 games. You're also looking back, but you know, the teams have kind of been based on clean sheets and defensive solidities. Can you remember that happening to a team of yours before?
No. So it's a new experience, and I knew that there will be new experience, and not only positive experience. It was clear for me that this will happen. Bad experience, of course. It was not clear for me that I concede 4 goals in 20 minutes, but it happened now, and now it's about taking responsibility, trying to analyze it, being honest also to myself, if we have to adapt something or not, and then we should learn out of it.
How late or not was the defensive disruption with Van Beek and Belt? When did you know that they were?
One of them quite early, one of them quite late, so it was a mix.
Fabian, is the high line non-negotiable for you? Are there any games where you would play deeper?
So of course, some things are non-negotiable, some things are negotiable. I think I should discuss it before I go here out in the public and tell something about our style of play. I should discuss it with the players, how they feel, if they feel confident or not. but again, we try to improve the players. We try to help the players. We try to talk to the players. We need to give them advices. And again, if you want to play with this highline, you need a connection. And with this connection was missing today. And therefore, again, after the game, it's easy to say, why don't you defend in a low block? But also in a low block, we could lose this game. So it's always a balance, you know. I know now that the public will go on the high line. But again, the 4 goals we conceded was not one goal because of the high line. It was all because of individual mistakes, if you reanalyze it. And that's a thing where we also have to see.
What does it give you then? There's risks. What do you see the rewards are when you play in that way, potentially?
The compactness, a lot of ball wins, higher on the pitch. This gives you the high line, and if the high line doesn't work, it looks a little bit like today. And I never say that's taking risk, but it looks like a little bit like taking risk. But for me, again, it's no risk. And like I said, we have to analyze it. I didn't see all the actions afterwards. We will sit down, we have to talk, and if necessary, we have to adapt.
Would you take the positives from some of the attacking play the team produced today? You could score more goals.
Yeah, I think in possession we made a good game, so we created a lot of chances, and we could easily also score 5 or 4 goals.
Well done. Last one, sorry. Last one. Yeah, yeah.
There are some positives to take from today, including my favourite, Baleba, who's obviously, I think he had a great performance today. How important is he going into the next month, which is quite tough one for Brighton?
I think important like every other player. So he's still very young. He plays now a lot of games. I think in the end he gets a little bit tired, but we need to help him. We need to improve him. I think we are a very young squad, especially today. We were really young on the pitch, and therefore we know that may mistakes happen, but again we shouldn't repeat the mistakes twice. And also Carlos is one of these young players where we try to help and try to give him the environment where he can improve.
Also, how are you going to attack this month? Obviously you've got, games against Liverpool twice. How are you going to, pick up the squad from a couple of rivals in the Premier League? How are you going to take the team forward into October?
Yeah, keep on improving like every day. Of course, today was a bad experience we did, but you should never give up. And we try to learn out of it. We try to improve our style of play. We try to help the individual players to improve, and we try to be honest to us. I think that's the most important. Don't try to, if something bad happens like today, don't try to see only the positive things, also to go in and discuss about the negative things. And there were too many negative things today where we have to talk about, and that's a learning process, especially with this young team. When you concede a goal 1-1 and Stamford Bridge, the crowd is getting loud, to stay then in the structure, to stay then compact, to take responsibility on the pitch. And I think we missed this today.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Nina's Chelsea Corner. If you're new round here, I just got home from Stamford Bridge after Chelsea beat Brighton 4-2. Cole Palmer scored 4 goals inside one half, made history, broke records. Cole Palmer, sensational player. There's not enough good words to describe this man, but wow, he is absolutely lighting it up in the Prem. And the fact that I said this season probably won't be the Cole Palmer show, because we've got other players that can score, other players that can, grind us out of games. Wow, it is the Cole Palmer show, guys. Like I said, I tweeted it, I posted it. It's the Cole Palmer world, and we're all just living in it. Wow, let's take a moment. Apologies in advance. There's probably not going to be much chronological order to this match review because all over the place. I mean, how many disallowed goals, how many times we came close to scoring more. That first half, guys, was one of the best I've watched. I mean, wow, just from start to finish, my blood pressure, I thought I was going to have a heart attack at one point. My voice was coming, and yeah, Stamford Bridge was electric today, guys. I can't tell you how loud from start to finish. Even when we conceded early, we got behind the players, we got behind the team, and they felt it because they really responded in the best way possible. From 1-0 down, 4-2 on top. Make of that what you will. And the fact that those 2 goals we conceded could have been prevented, yeah, we'll talk about those a little later, but let's just be excited about this, guys. I mean, it's another win. We have basically been able to keep 3 clean sheets in a row till this moment. The fact that we're scoring goals for fun and everyone's getting involved is just so amazing. Enzo Maresca put the right lineup out. He rested those players against Barrow. They were fresh. They were ready to go. And yeah, Jackson assist, Sancho assist. It's 3 assists in 3 games, I believe, for Jadon Sancho. So the fact that he's just quietly getting on with it and actually making an impact, won us a penalty too. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. But it honestly, guys, after we conceded from that poor error that we just so easily gave away, we basically were up in Brighton's half trying. Cole Palmer came so close to scoring, it was just wide, and then I think it was a disallowed goal, and then I think when he finally scored with Jackson's assist, squares it great. By the way, so much credit to Jackson for that decision as well, because he knew that it would have been tough to try and shoot himself. He was up obviously with the keeper, and he looked up, found Cole Palmer, and yeah, brilliant assist. Cole Palmer makes us level with Brighton again, and then from then on we were just again relentlessly trying in their half, in their box, and yeah, what a goal. And then obviously the second goal came from the penalty, which was won by Jadon Sancho, and to be honest, again, I say credit to Sancho for that, but Enzo Fernandez's pass was really good into Jadon Sancho. He gets fouled in the box, penalty. Cole Palmer, cool as a cucumber, slots it into the bottom left corner. And yeah, and at that point, we're already excited. We have already been, we've already seen enough to praise Cole Palmer after 2 goals. Little did we know what was coming next. And, the fact that we were able to quickly, so I think, sorry guys, I know I'm speaking so fast. I'm just really excited and trying to get my thoughts across to you as I remember them at the ground. But shortly after, just literally forgotten what I was about to say, but yeah, I think there was a stat, or there was the time that it took 13 minutes for the hat-trick or something like that, which is insane in itself. But the free kick, that's got to be my favourite one. The free kick was just absolutely out of this world. Like, you're thinking, Cole Palmer's going to take it, and he's got a really good chance of putting it away. He's capable, right? But you just don't know. And it's just so amazing. He puts it away, 3-1. By the way, all this was happening in front of Brighton's fans as well. This was all on the other end, in the other ends. We didn't get to see any goals scored by us in the Matthew Harding end, but yeah, that's fine, no complaints there. Hat-trick, Cole Palmer, and you're thinking to yourself in that moment, fabulous, we've responded so well, we're 3-1 up, we can control this game, but then what happens? Robert Sanchez, what was he doing for that? I mean, the fact that you can see that Caicedo's got a player on his back and you decide to pass it straight into him, beyond me. Another easy chance there. Robert Sanchez should have known better. And on that note, his distribution at times was questionable. He was putting his own players and defenders under pressure by making these stupid decisions, right? Yes, okay, we're playing out the back, I understand, but you can make it so much more simple than Sanchez is. Yes, he had some good saves in that game too, equally great, but it's the bare minimum. And sometimes it's those games where if you don't outscore your opponent like we did today, then you look at a level game, or you look at just a point as opposed to 3. Just because of those decisions there. So yeah, that's my little negative comment on that note. And then you're thinking, yeah, hat-trick already from Cole Palmer. This is as good as it gets. No, Palmer had different plans. That was not as good as it got. It got even better. Cole Palmer puts away a fourth. And my goodness, that fourth goal, the angle as well, such a difficult angle. And he goes for it because he knows what he can do. Yeah. And that's why you're seeing it everywhere. World class, generational talent, all the words around there. Is he the best player in the Premier League? Guys, wow. 6 goals now in the league. 4 assists, I believe, if that's correct. And yeah, Golden Boot, race is on. And yeah, just amazing. And then obviously that all happens in the first half. So we were thinking, wow, what a wait. You know, Chelsea put up on their Twitter, and breathe. And I felt that. I was like, I can breathe now. Half time's come at a good time. And the second half was very different. However, it was great. We controlled it, didn't concede anymore, even though we looked like it towards the latter stages of the game. It looked a little bit shaky at times, a little bit worrying, concerning, because Brighton really were up and trying, and at times we weren't clearing our lines very well either, and it was just a bit of like a hold your breath moment. So defensively there's still work to do, 100%, but I'm fine with it right now, as long as we keep scoring the way we do. But we do obviously have to address that, because there's still a whole season to go. We're not getting carried away, but we can absolutely enjoy this, right? The fact that I had flashbacks from playing Brighton a couple seasons ago when we lost home and away to them, painfully 4-1 at the Amex and then 2-1 I think at home. And those games were so tough to watch. And I remember the home game, I was there and I'd said to Alex after my fan cam, I was like, Alex, the players have given up, you know? Yeah, the fans have, because they've stopped coming to the games, which was like in April. But the players have given up. They were all ready to go. This year, and just this, you know, season in particular under Enzo Maresca, there's so much fight and so much hunger from every single player. They just want more. They want to score more. They want to be on the score sheet. There's this unitedness and togetherness you can see on the pitch, and it's been reciprocated from the fans, because, like I said, the atmosphere was really incredible today. And Cole Palmer, at one point, he was just smiling on the pitch, guys, when we were singing Cole Palmer again. And yeah, he loves it. Nico as well, he got his reception when he was substituted after, because again, sometimes you see Nico and you rate, well, I rate the work he does off the ball a lot now when I watch him, when he's not got the ball or he's trying to get into space. And he's very cautious now as well about staying on side, you know, he tries to time his runs better. So
yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel for 6 things that we learned from Chelsea 4, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Blimey, that was absolutely astonishing. It's weird, because if I'd have started filming this video at half time, I genuinely feel as though we might have had to start calling a doctor and being like, is Benson okay? Can we check his blood pressure? Can we check his heart rate? Because I literally did not know what to say when it came to half time in this football match. And what I did say on the GBFC live stream was, if this game finishes 4-2 and you put money on that, then you're absolutely crazy. Because there was no way at half-time I felt as though this could finish 4-2. But absolutely sensational win for Chelsea Football Club on so many different levels. And guys, if you were in the stream watching the watch-along, then blimey, that was one of the best, if not the best watch-alongs I've ever done. If you're not subscribed to GBFC, I would love to ask you to do so right now. And whilst you're here, this is such a big 3 points. Smack a like on today's video, because wow, that was probably the most incredible first half of football that you will ever witness, whether you're a fan of the Bundesliga, Serie A, the Premier League, the Championship, whatever you watch. You will never see something as entertaining with 11 men against 11 men with a football as what we saw in that first half. It was absolutely mental. Brighton come out, and to be quite honest, I thought Chelsea were going to win this game. I thought we were going to win it by 2 goals. If you watch the preview, we got the starting 11 spot on. I said 3-1 in my score prediction. It finishes 4-2, like whatever. A spade's a flipping spade. We're taking it and we're moving. But the reality is, like, Brighton are a really good football inside. And when Chelsea come out at the start of that first half, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is kind of what we expected from Brighton. And we're not matching them. We're getting overrun in the middle, and they score a goal, and it is the most like classic Chelsea goal to concede that you can imagine. So many times last season we're faffing around, and a team comes to Stamford Bridge, they go 1-0 up, then they shut up shop. And I feel as though what we saw at West Ham was Enzo Maresca's Chelsea kind of lull West Ham into this false sense of like trying to play, and then we hit them on the counter. And today, we did exactly the same thing. We lulled them into this false sense of like, you can commit players forward, but no. Because on the counter, Chelsea are going to absolutely punish you. And it's been nearly 3 minutes, and I've not mentioned the words Cole and Palmer. And if you watch my live stream, I think there is maybe about 355 words in the English dictionary that I use in a positive way to express my feelings and thoughts on the best footballer in England and maybe right now in the world. Cole Palmer is absolutely unbelievable. The way that this guy turned this game on its head, I'm watching it and I'm thinking, oh, we're coming back down to reality now. We're coming back down to like, yeah, we play against a good team and then we struggle at Stamford Bridge. No, absolutely not. Because we have got a player that if he carries on like this, he's going to flip and win a Ballon d'Or. Cole Palmer was absolutely phenomenal. And the fact that he scores 4 goals in that first half is just beyond anyone's wildest imagination. It was absolutely unreal. I'm going to take a sip of this water because I literally didn't breathe from the end of the live stream to start in this 6 Things We Learned video. But Chelsea today, it was one of those games where the first half, you're looking at it and it literally could have been like 8-4. Brighton could have had a few more goals. Sanchez makes a few errors. Fofana makes a few errors. Brighton score. And you're like, I literally could not keep up with the amount of goals that were going in. And then in the second half, the way that we controlled things, the way that we kind of just like soaked everything up and then just like rinsed out that sponge as if to say, you know what? We're in control here. We're cleaning up at our home. It was absolutely magnificent from Chelsea. But box number 1 is a blue for Cole Palmer. Now, I was talking to you guys in the chat of the live stream, and you're like, you've got to make a new box for him. A blue box isn't going to cut it anymore. He's got to be a green. He's got to be a blue. In the 6 Things We Learned series, a blue box is just like sensational man of the match. Green is good. Yellow is could improve, should improve, and red is bad. Cole Palmer, like the amount of times last season, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, we've signed a gem here. We have got ourselves a bargain. 40 million quid. Yeah, all right, we'll have some of that. But the way that he just grabs this game today, and I literally said it on my stream, in the first like 15 minutes or so, I'm like, not really seen anything of Palmer. Where's Cole Palmer? The free kick, I was gobsmacked. I was absolutely flabbergasted. There was not any words that could come into my mouth. I was literally in this chair, holding on to the side, flipping up these flipping armrests. Honestly, you look at it and you're like, nah, he's never going to shoot from there, is he? Man, like, sometimes you just have to take a moment, take a step back and realize that you're blessed and lucky as a human being to be witnessing greatness on the level that we are witnessing from Cole Palmer when he wears a blue shirt for Chelsea Football Club. The man is magical. The man can do no wrong. I don't give a shit about what he did in the second half when he misses the one with his right. Oh, he should have had 5. No. The way that that guy has won this game for Chelsea today is mesmerising. I genuinely don't really know what else I can say, but I love him. I absolutely adore Cole Palmer. Like, do whatever you want with the clips. I love him. He's absolutely unbelievable. My voice is going, by the way. Box number 2. What a performance today from Marc Cucurella. Defensively, this guy is like a rabid dog. It's like he's been bitten with the one with a dodgy collar on. He's got a disease. He's literally running around as if he's like trying to eat everybody in the best way possible. Not the Luis Suarez, take a little bite out of Ivanovic. No, Cucurella was absolutely everywhere. And even in the first like 20 minutes of the game where Brighton are there and they're trying to take control of things, and they are taking control of things, they're winning. Cucurella is the one leaving absolutely nothing on every single tackle, winning the ball on multiple occasions. And look, he gets himself a goal in the second half. It's ruled out for offside. It's the correct decision. But the way that Cucurella is getting himself about, and Maresca has said it, you know, we've got to give so much credit to our manager today, by the way. Cucurella is one of those players that can be utilised in so many different ways on the field, be it Defensive astuteness, positioning-wise, he's grown so much in this Chelsea team. Going forward, we've seen the heat maps of him going forward this season. Fantastic. Today, I thought he was absolutely sensational. And if it wasn't Cole Palmer FC, which is not Cole Palmer FC, but if it wasn't like Cole Palmer is just like on a different flipping planet, then it would have been a blue box for me for Mark Cucurella, because what I said in my preview is that I want to see Chelsea be dogged, be rugged, grind things out. And if you're going to outscore teams because it's a crazy game of football, cool. But the way that we soaked everything up in that second half, Cucurella was amazing. And again, there's so many things that we can talk about today. Vega doesn't get a box, but he was magnificent when he came on. Absolutely brilliant. We move into box number 3, and it is a green for Moises Caicedo. This man, week on week on week, is growing into one of the best midfielders in the world. I said it in the podcast. I saw like a stat that the CIES or whatever it is says he's the best under-23 midfielder in the world. Again today, he's advanced, and Chelsea are winning the ball back in our final third going forward. Caicedo's there diving in, making tackles. I don't know if my voice is going to last, by the way, so make sure you're subscribed to GBFC and smack a like on this video because I'm absolutely buzzing. Caicedo, magnificent. Moving into box number 4. By the way, how good is it to have this kind of energy back again when we're talking about Chelsea? When you guys are listening, you're writing your comments, you're telling me what you want to say. How good is it to know that we can win in different ways? How good is it to see Jadon Sancho at Stamford Bridge in a Chelsea shirt? Man United, what have you done wrong to make a guy who's this good play like that for you? You loan him to us, 25 million. Thank you very much. We'll have that next summer. Sancho was absolutely brilliant again. I think it's also a weird one because Palmer was so good. So when Sancho makes a mistake, it's like, all right, go on then, but like give it to Palmer next time, please. But he was everywhere. The way that he's there with the ball at his feet, like jinking around players, little through the legs here, wins that penalty, which absolutely changes the flow and the momentum of the game. Massive credit also, by the way, to Enzo Fernandez, who for about 10 minutes, the best midfield performance I've ever seen from Enzo. Unbelievable. The way that he was picking those little through balls, the way that he's looking forwards and seeing the game and making the right pass. Absolutely stunning. Anyway, I need to go and take another sip of this because I literally don't think I've breathed for about 2.5 hours. But we move into box number 5. It's a yellow for Nicholas Jackson. The work that he did off the ball again, excellent. The assist, massive, excellent. He was involved in a lot, Nicholas Jackson. But the finishing again, this could have been a record win. Jackson had a lot of big chances and he missed them. So it's a yellow box. Box number 6 is a green for the maturity of this Chelsea team. Like I said, the first half, it's literally killed me because I don't even know if I can keep up with what I've seen. It's emphatic. It's marvellous. It's magnificent.